So when you're in the Amazon influencer program, you're making videos, you're tagging products, you're posting them to your storefront. And then sometimes you go back and you look at that piece of content and it doesn't have a product anymore. Product is just gone. It's like, well, what happened there? Why is it no longer showing? Because look, you can't make any money on a video that has no products tagged. So I'm going to talk about why that happens and also how you can turn that video from a dead piece of content into something that can actually make you money again. If you don't know, my name is Rob. I've been in the Amazon Influencer Program for a couple years. I'm just here sharing tips, tricks, and advice. These are things I've learned along the way, both good and bad, to hopefully help you make more money in the program. So if that sounds good to you, like it's in your wheelhouse, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you get halfway through this video and you find that I'm actually giving you something of value, something that's helpful, maybe also hit the like button too, because I do like likes. I, in fact, think I am your Amazon influencer guy. Let me jump over now to my Amazon storefront. So first, why does this happen? So you uploaded your content, you tag stuff, and as you're randomly looking through your storefront, you see something like this. Now, this is one of the good benefits of the new storefront layout, which a lot of people hated it at the beginning. I actually like it more as time goes on, specifically because of this. It's easier to identify content that you've made that no longer have products tagged. So in this particular case, I filtered this because I already knew these were here. You can see here, these all have products tagged and these have no products underneath it. So neither of these have products tagged, which means these videos cannot make me any money because there's no product that exists anymore. That listing is gone, which means people can't watch the video. Why does this happen? Well, usually it's because the seller has decided that for some reason to eliminate that particular product listing. See, when you tag the product, you're actually tagging that product listing too. And so if the listing goes away, everything goes away. So the seller has removed it. Maybe it got bad reviews and they realized it wasn't going to sell well. Maybe it was just a test they were running to see if something would sell. Sometimes, and this is what we're going to get into in a second, because look, we want to change these from dead pieces of content into content that can actually make you money. Sometimes that seller has simply deleted that active listing, that active product page, and have created a new one, trying to start fresh, the exact same product and everything. And so we're going to talk about how to find those here in just a second. So that's really the reasons why they've done it. The seller just doesn't want that listing, for whatever reason, to be alive anymore. Not necessarily the product all the time, but they want to kill off that particular listing. So how do you find these situations? Because if you can find these, you can actually convert these from dead pieces of content to stuff that can actually make you money again. You have two options. One is you can scroll through your storefront and randomly and manually try to find these visually, right? So you can see here, again, I end up filtering these out to a search. Some of you have hundreds of videos, some of you have thousands, which might take you some time. That's the first way. Kind of time consuming, but it works. Or if you've downloaded my Amazing Influencers Toolkit from Google, which I'll put a link in the description down below, free to download, go and get it. There is a free feature in there called the Storefront Health Check, and inside of that, specifically the free feature is the untagged. Untagged means that all of these videos are already, I'm basically hand delivering this information to you on a silver platter. None of these videos here have any products tagged to them. So I can look through here and see all of these different ones. And I can also see, okay, untagged, here's their duration. I can go in and actually try to edit them. Well, actually here first, if I click on one of these, it'll take me to actually see what the video was. So I can try to get a feel for what this video is actually about and what the product is. Because look, when they take these videos or when they take these listings down, it's really kind of difficult to figure out, well, what is the actual product here? Sometimes you can see it on the thumbnail, you can see it in the video, but you can click on this video, go to this, and it'll watch the video because it'll help give you some context, especially if you happen to say the brand name, if you see the product up close. This tells you what the product is and hopefully gives you an idea of, okay, maybe I can retag this. I'll talk about the retagging here in a second. So we can watch that. Now, the other button right here is the edit button. So this is what you're going to click. When you click this, we're going to go in here and we're going to try to retag this listing or this particular piece of content, because look, here it is. Here is the one that I have added. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. It's completely dead. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click into this. I'm not gonna do this right now because I don't want you to see the last stuff that I was shopping for on Amazon. But we want to try to find a new product listing that matches this. So in this particular case, what I would do here is I can see this is a pickleball paddle. I can see that the design's on there. I'll look at the video, see if maybe I say the brand name. I'll do some searches. I'll try to find it again on Amazon as a live listing. If I can find it again on Amazon as a live listing, I can retag this piece of content and make it essentially viable to earn commissions on again. That's why we want to find untagged untagged videos. Right now, these can't make you any money. They're just sitting there doing you absolutely no good, which stinks because you spent time making that video. Sometimes you spent money making that video. You want to make sure that they stay active and available to make you commissions and earn you money as long and as much as possible. Again, you can look for these manually, or you can download the Amazing Influencers Toolkit from the Google store, and they're just hand delivered to you just like this. It really stinks because, a lot of times what will happen is if you're not paying attention, these videos will go inactive like this, and they'll just be sitting there for sometimes months, unless you specifically go looking for them or use something like the toolkit here. And these are just things that should be making you money and just aren't. And they sometimes just require a couple of tweaks. Sometimes finding another product to retag is sometimes difficult. Again, because you don't have a lot of information of what to go on here, right? You're trying to figure out like, okay, which pickleball paddle is this? What's the brand name? You're trying to look at listing pictures. You're trying to look at all sorts of different stuff. Couple of tips for that. One, you can use your Amazon app. It has a really good picture function inside of it, so you can take a picture sometimes of the video that you have already uploaded and see if Amazon can put like a match to the image, right? So it's doing an image search essentially. So I have found sometimes replacements for that. Sometimes you can just go on Amazon and you type in whatever it is and just start looking through the search results. Sometimes I'll find some stuff like that. So there's a couple of different ways to kind of try to find some of these things. Also worth mentioning that the product that you have doesn't have to be sold by the same brand in order for you to retag it. It just has to be the same product, because on Amazon there are a lot of sellers that sell the same exact products. They just do it under different names. They come from some sort of manufacturing plant somewhere, and a whole bunch of people will say, I'll sell that, and it's the same product across the board. So whenever you go to retag, it doesn't have to be the same brand name as long as it is the actual product itself. It doesn't matter who's selling it. You're not making content for the brand. You're making content for the product. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys in understanding what an untagged video actually is. Again, I'll put a link to the Amazing Influencers Toolkit down below. What I showed you, the untagged function, is a free feature. Anybody can use that. So hopefully this was helpful. If so, maybe now hit the subscribe button and also the like. And we'll see you, of course, on the next video. As always, peace out.